Hey there, aloha. Welcome to my show. Here are my ideas. Things can be done when emotions are stabilized. Otherwise, they will be destructed or limited in their potential. If you're working in an angry mood, you're more prone to being destructive and hurting yourself or others rather than being creative. I think in prisons there should be emotion monitors so it can be determined whether people are vengeful and not just trying to figure out people by their facial expressions or by estimating that they are rehabilitated. You know, student brain scans or some type of you know simple monitoring. Uh, okay, one trick to do is when introducing oneself to some potential coworkers, ask them, tell them that you like to communicate and share your feelings and want to make a very good product. Some people are there are incompetent, poor communicators who are not interested in um, making a quality product, but rather they're interested in acquiring a paycheck. So be alert to that. But try to you know give them the benefit of the doubt and create a positive environment and compliment them and try to share knowledge with them. Ultimately, that's what it's all about, sharing with each other. Okay, so I thought to invest in inexpensive housing in order to see this is something in far as like investing in generations of the future. That's it's just such a rich idea. It's instead of buying fancy cars or houses, one might want to create um, nest eggs for their future generations. I believe all people are coworkers, from the CEO to the janitor, and that eventually in society, I think everyone will be equally and very well educated and ambitious, so far as much as that they will be financially independent and they will be able to make do many different jobs and hold many different positions, and thus everyone really will be equal and probably have a similar pay rate. Uh, until at such a time as people are willing to take more responsibility, certain politicians or various people in the will you know and doctors will make higher salaries. But I think ideally everyone um, is is doing fine craftsmanship, artistry, and work, and we live in a very high class first world society. This is the modern financial world, and it's exciting to try and be a part of it. I like to use American dollars. However, it may so happen to be that there's alternative forms of currency, like the Bitcoin on the internet, that I might think about and might try to use so that I can, uh, it doesn't cost as much to use all internet, all digital financing. And if we have some type of commonality that's international, like our beliefs, then what we can do is we can enjoy life more because everyone will be able to connect more wholesomely and trade, and we could probably agree on a one world. Uh, I don't know if you'd call it a government, but you know, I don't know if there would be a single figurehead or leader. I think there would probably be a panel, somewhat like the UN. And just some thoughts for you there. Let's see if I have any other thoughts for you at this moment. Okay, here we go. I've found that working with others, I am truly able to become familiar with them and know them and connect with them, as opposed to other things. And I think that work is our way of, like labor, like it's really our way of really, physically building. I mean, there are different forms of work. Like I suggested earlier, there could be people who perform numerous positions and tasks in a company and kind of trade around and work around and just have a more variety in their life, so they're not just working one job. But we'll see how the structure of society accommodates that concept in the future. All right, what else? Remember adult attachment theory, that you can not like somebody, you can not like their diet, their music, their lifestyle, but you can get attached to them for different reasons, particularly if you're interested in romantically. So be advised. A practical thought: when you hold a hammer to nail, don't hold the nail right on the lower part of the right where the wood is, right here, but rather hold the nail closer to the head of it, and then pound it. And if the hammer hits your fingers, the fingers will sit down on the nail. And remember, only hold it to set it, and then pound without your hand nearby. But if your hand is right there, uh, it's on the wood. If you hit the fingers, your fingers with the hammer, they will suffer an injury. Okay. Uh, I don't think it's my business to monitor people if they're being lazy as coworkers. Rather, that this is something a supervisor should do, and I should only approach a supervisor about a potential problem if it involves my personal safety. Rather, you know, just try to not be too pretend to be like an authority if you're not. And chain of command really works. Like working with coworkers without a supervisor, I believe, is it can lead to problems. And ultimately, what do? I do it for myself, and I do it for my future wife, and my future children and brothers. And if you're a vegetarian, that is the first step towards being somebody who I consider a brother or sister. So think about that, and I will see you later. Aloha.